Hello, Bronco fans and football fans everywhere. Welcome to the Broncos Buzz on the MHRT network, as well as our own channel, Broncos Buzz on YouTube. Thanks, guys, so much for watching. But before we get into that, this show is brought to you with emotion, passion, honesty, and of course, his comments, my comments, your comments in the chat. We are Broncos Buzz. He is KONA Spence, my co-host. I am the host, Bronco Bill. Guys, hope you had a fantastic week. Before we get into the show, look below my name. Memorial Day weekend, guys. Monday is Memorial Day. Take your hats off. Salute those who have sacrificed their life so that we could have our freedom. Okay? That's why we have a holiday. I mean, I understand with the parties. I understand the gathering. That's fantastic. But the main reason why we have those freedoms is because of those men and women who sacrificed their life. Just wanted to say that before we get started. Spence, how the heck was your week? And you sent me a video we're going to talk about. How was your week?
It was good until I sent you that video. Now it's going to be embarrassing, but it's a good thing.
Yeah. Okay, guys. I got to preface this, and then I'm going to turn it over to Spence completely because all I saw was a video. He can explain everything about it. Guys, it was fantastic. In case you don't know, it's not a bad video. We're not going there. So don't even think of that. Do you know that Spence? Well, wait a minute. I first have to say this happened in 1989. Okay? 1989. A lot of you guys watching may not even have been alive or old enough to even know the show called Concentration. It was hosted by the late, am I correct? Late Pat Sajak?
No, Alex Trebek.
I'm sorry, the late Alex Trebek, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Spence was 20 years old in college on this show. I don't know how he got on there. He can explain all that later. But guys, if he turns his head sideways when he did in that show, he looks like John Ritter. And again, you guys may not know who that is, but John Ritter was an actor on a show called Three's Company back in the 80s. He looked just like him. He had hair down. Go ahead, Spence. I don't want to go ahead. Just talk about how that whole thing. This is great, guys. He's going to tell you. He's going to give you the link and tell you.
So I was a game show geek back growing up, and I loved Concentration, which originally came out in the late 70s, early 80s. The rebirth of it happened in 87 with Alex Trebek, so it was called Classic Concentration. So one summer, I went for the heck of it to try out for the show. They gave you 20 puzzles, and as long as you solved half of them within 3 minutes, you got onto the show. Show.
Whoa. That's 30 seconds to solve it.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Solve a puzzle, which is a rebus. It's a puzzle of caricatures put together for a saying. So I was on that show, and I just remember going to film it. They said, "Okay, we're probably not going to use this group." All of a sudden, the last show of the day, they're like, "Christy and Spencer." I'm like, "What?" I didn't take it too seriously. I was dressed in a nice shirt, collared shirt, wearing shorts.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you had shorts. That's good, dude.
Lost the first. Was a best 2 out of 3. Lost the first game, won the second game, won the tiebreaker, went to the bonus round, and won a brand new Jeep Wrangler.
Yeah, it's great,
and
guys. You have tell them how they can get this because these guys.
If you want to find the show, type into YouTube Classic Concentration September 4, 1989. You'll see.
Go, guys.
There you go, and you can watch it and see me with my mullet hair and everything.
Below the chat where it says where it says post a comment, can you do that?
Sure.
Okay, put that in there. Tell them how they go, how they can get there. That is classic. Guys, I'm telling you, you will not recognize him. You'll recognize the name, but you dang sure won't recognize it. He's got a mullet or something down to here. and Alex Trebek called him Stewart at one time. Oh, yeah.
Yep. It was a great time. Oh, sorry about that. It was a great time. Had a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. And you know what? I will find a way to post it in the chat. But my mom, when I gave her the list of everything that I won, she was like, "Oh yeah, sure, right, you won it," and showed it off to all their ladies. And it's like, haha, yeah, Spencer.
And then you drive up in it.
And then I was like, okay, Mom, we'll watch the show Labor Day. And when she watched, like,
oh yeah, I was stunned. You won it with 1 second left. It is fantastic. Anyways, so it doesn't matter what you did this week, because when you sent me that video, that was priceless, dude. That was absolutely freaking priceless. That was so cool. All right, before we get into the actual show, we got to go right into the chat. Look who's batting leadoff, Spence. Jack and Kenneth say, Bill and Spence, cheers. Thank you so much, Jack. Really do appreciate it. David Yonkin, who's usually batting leadoff, is batting second. He says, about time, been waiting for a week. Yeah, I know. A week. Sometimes, you know, it's funny. Sometimes weeks take super long, like you swear it's longer than 7 days. And other times it just flies by and you look back, well, man, it's already Friday. Yep. Yeah, no doubt about it. Jack Kenna, I totally agree. Salute to all the veterans. Amen. Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. No doubt about it. David Yonkin follows that up by saying, I celebrate anyone who served in the military all year round, not just one day. I totally agree with that. Absolutely agree with that. If it's not for our veterans and for those that protect this country, I guarantee you, Spence and I would not be allowed to do what we do.
Amen.
Absolutely. No doubt about it. All right. Okay, let's move on to the first topic. This is a sad topic. Might not be so sad for some football fans, but in general, it's sad because it involves the NFL indirectly, but it hits home for the Indianapolis Colts. Here it is. Longtime Indies Colts owner Jim Irsay has passed away at the young age of 65. Reason why I put that in quotes? I'm 66. That puts all of this in perspective. Okay? But let me continue. This happened last Wednesday. Now, last January, Irsay was treated for severe respiratory illness. Irsay had some serious health issues, but the cause of his death was not revealed. So there's underlying issues with people at different ages. And not only that, but being an owner, dealing with this, the stress, all that weighs on a person. All that weighs on the way a person looks. I mean, look at the president when they come into office for 4 years and when they leave in 4 years.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it looks like. So what do you think about that whole thing with Jim Irsay? How do you feel about that?
You know what? He lived his dream. He was an owner of one of 32 prestigious franchises, was involved in the greatest overnight hoax of moving from Baltimore. No, we're not moving to Indianapolis. Mm-hmm. Became the youngest owner ever in NFL history.
Age 37.
At age 37. That is a lot of stress on everybody. Thank you, Aiden. A lot of stress for one guy to go through who is thrown into the wolves. Got probably one of the greatest players in NFL history, Peyton Manning, to be a part of his team
so did we.
So did we. You know, to be an owner in that situation, especially in sports entertainment these days, is very stressful because back in the 80s and 90s, it was just about the team organization. Now it's evolved from not just the team, the organization, the franchise, your fellow owners, the community around you, the restaurant community, the bar community, all the business community, all this, all that. And I have at one time wanted to be an owner of a professional franchise. That was a dream and everything like that. But to see the stresses that these guys go through,
you got that much money? I got the right guy. Okay, go on.
I wish I had that much money.
Yeah, partnership up. Hey, I don't really want to bring up the John Elway connection to Irsay, but then again, that was part of it. That's one of the reasons. I mean, obviously, I was going to bring it in anyways. But the whole John Elway not wanting to play for Jim Irsay, was that because he didn't want to play for the Colts in general? Jim Irsay in particular? Or he wanted to be in a warmer climate? Because he talked about California.
No, I think he was the turmoil that was going on with the Baltimore Colts at that time, the uncertainty. Are they going to stay in Baltimore? Are they going to Indianapolis? Are they moving somewhere else? Their ethical concerns, their mismanagement, making bad player decisions, not respecting the former players who came there. And Irsay's, behavior at the time led to all that decision. Yeah. And the Elway said, oh, no, they're moving to Indy. They're doing this. They're doing that. And everybody went, no, they're not. They did.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
So I always attach Elway to the Baltimore Colts Irsay era and not the Indianapolis Colt Irsay era.
Right. Look at a big shout out from Jack Kenna. Go ahead and read it.
Yep, at Spence. Thank you for popping in the AFC Wild show. Hey, glad to hear you say more than 10 words, Jack, because every time I pop in there, he's so brief and doesn't chat enough. Guys who are running the Wild show, it's the Wild West. Wild show, as Jack said there. Let him speak. Let him speak. Let him speak. Let him speak.
Hey, that's a new show we should have whenever Madungus is on. It's a Wild show, because that guy's he just says all kind of crazy stuff, man. That's what we should have. We'll just call it the Wild Show or the Wild Show. Hey, David Yonkin wants to wrap up the last talk by saying prayers for the Irsay family. Absolutely. 65 is young, dude. Like I said, I'm 66, and
I'll say this. If you have to going in your sleep, no pain, no suffering, whether he was or anything like that. You know what?
Nothing was said. None of the, like I said.
He got to rest in peace.
Like I said, but the cause of death was not revealed. So
yeah,
there you go.
Oh, they're keeping that one very private.
Yeah, true. Okay, everybody, we are now into tonight's topic, which is Broncos finally get some respect. Stick around. You want to hear what I have to say. I guarantee it. As well as Spence, but you're going to want to hear my side coming right out the gate. Let's see. Before that, Darren pops in, says, cheers, fellas.
Cheers, Darren.
Cheers to you, man. Thank you for popping in on a Friday. Really do appreciate it. My brother-in-law from Vegas, Rudy, says, sorry, I'm late. Yeah, 14 and a half minutes. Hey, whatever. But go back. Hey, Rudy, go back and watch the beginning. We did a hats off and a gratitude for the veterans that protect our country. And Rudy, you are a veteran. He's a retired, injured Navy from the Navy. So Rudy, hats off, my friend. Hats off. Thank you. Okay. Let's get into let's see. Yeah. David Young said there is no better way to go. There really isn't. Yeah. I've always said, I mean, who would want to be burned? Or I mean, come on. I don't know, guy. It's got to be quick, man. Uh,
I love Rudy's
thanks, Rudy.
properness.
Spence, William, you're awesome. William. Last time I was called William, my wife was
He's being proper with you today, you know.
Yeah, but my wife was upset with me when she said, William. Holy crap, what did I do? Okay. Main topic, like I said, Broncos finally get respect. Let me read it. And then buckle your seatbelts, guys.
Here we go.
The Denver Broncos made the playoffs for the first time since 2015 last season. This opened the eyes of Fox Sports. Fox Sports' reporter, Henry McKenna, who has the Broncos. He has the Broncos winning the division and then beating the freaking Chiefs in the playoffs. Are you freaking kidding me? Have you lost your... Dude, we haven't made the playoffs for 9 freaking years. We have a good season, not a fantastic season. We should have beaten the Chiefs when it was a blocked field goal. We ended up 10-9, which is barely above, which is 9-8, which looks like, oh yeah, you had a winning season, but 10-9 made the playoffs. And then they lose to Buffalo. And you think we're going to win the division? Peyton Manning's been gone from Denver for 10 years. 2015, 2025. The Chiefs have won the division 9 straight years since then. And you think in one season with a rookie quarterback who now has film is going to overtake the Chiefs?
Yes.
What? You're in agreement?
Yes.
All right.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, two things. One, look at the Broncos schedule. They don't have to face any of the elites in the AFC. The only teams in the AFC who made the playoffs they have to even worry about are the Chargers, the Houston Texans, and KC. They don't have to face Baltimore. They don't have to face Buffalo. They're going to beat Kansas City at home. They're going to lose to Kansas City on Christmas Day. I mean, come on. Is that a setup or what? I said it here last week. I still believe it. I see the potential for us to go 14-3. Yes, I will say that loud and clear. 14-3. If this defense can gel right away, quickly, the offense just has. This could be the new version of the Bears '85 team, where the defense just dominated, and the offense just does enough to do what it can to win the game.
All right. On the flip side of what you said, 14-3?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I have to remind you we don't have a true number one receiver? And they're talking about Marvin Mims Jr. over leaping Cortland Sutton as a number one? Come on. Seriously, we don't have a number.
You don't want a number one and then everybody else doesn't look as good. You want a receiving core that is interchangeable, flexible. Whoa.
Time out. When a super chat comes in, Rudy,
Amen.
Thank you so much. We're going to keep that up
Rudy.
there. We're going to keep that up there for the duration of this topic. Thank you so much, Rudy. Really do appreciate it. Honestly, thank you so much, Rudy. Thank you. And by the way, thank you for your service. Really do mean that.
You know what? I was about to say, I think I know why Rudy was late. He was winning. He was making big wins at the slot machines at the casino. So, Rudy, thank you for the tip for your winnings today. Really do appreciate it. But back to the football topic. We have a good core. You don't want a one guy who is dominant over the other receivers. You want everybody to be interchangeable. Sutton could, be your number one on the depth chart, but you want this rookie to come in and dominate and help contribute. You want Mims to help contribute. You want every receiver to be interchangeable so that it confuses the defense and keeps them off on their edges.
Then why does everybody talk about you have to have a number one receiver? You have to have a Jamar Chase. You have to have a Justin Jefferson. You have to have this guy or that guy. Why?
How far did they make it in the playoffs?
Ooh, back up, Bill. Ooh. Wow.
Yeah, you have a Jamar Chase. That's great. You didn't make the playoffs. All right.
Yeah. Okay. I get your point. Those are well pointed out. Issues. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
you're telling me it's better to spread the wealth, obviously, and have multiple key players fit a puzzle rather than one standout guy and everybody else trying to figure out what they do.
It makes perfect sense both on the field and financially, because if you're overpaying for one receiver, who else are you going to get to support him? Look at the situation that the Raiders just went through, overpaying for a receiver, then getting rid of him to the Jets, and didn't work with the Jets either. So develop a team core. Look at the Patriots with their success. Do you think they had a true number one receiver except when Randy Moss came? But do you think they had receiving cores over the year where there was a dominant number one? No, there were interchangeable parts, all of them who were equally balanced. KC had a number one speed demon. He was not good for the culture. Got rid of him. They have interchangeable parts. That works.
Every championship team, look at the Broncos in the 97, 98. They had Terrell Davis running back and catching the ball. They had Howard Griffith catching the ball or blocking. They had
Rod
Ed
Smith.
McCaffrey, Rod Smith.
Yeah.
Shannon Sharp. I mean, the list goes down. You're right.
You don't have a dominant number one who is, I want the ball. Give me the ball. Throw me the ball. I don't care that we're calling a punt. Throw me the ball. No.
Maybe that's why Denver never went out of their way to try and solidify a true number one that was a free agent. I mean,
yeah, use your money elsewhere to put in holes that are going to be more meaningful down the road. And this is why I like what they have done so far. The only concern I have is, and I'll say this, is that O-line. Is that offensive line going to hold together? Our two tackles, okay. Our guard and center play, kind of a little concerned, but I look forward to seeing them gelling together and hopefully protecting our valuable commodity back there in the backfield.
Absolutely. Before we continue on, this chat is blowing up. We got to
bring it on.
Let's see. I'm almost. David Yonkins says, "Bill, please keep that hat on."
Yeah, the shiny. Whoa.
You mean that for that reason? I get it. I'm sorry. I just had to check and make sure that it's still reflecting because I go outside at night and that's what I light up the moon with. Let's see. Jack Kenna gives a shout out to Rudy. Says, "Rudy, salute. Thank you for your service." There you go. David Yonkin also follows that up by saying that. I'll bring that up because I always do. Don't want to leave anybody not being recognized. Take that one off now. Let's see.
Interesting comment there by Greg.
Yeah, Miller. Do I bring it up or no?
Yeah, let's bring it up.
I don't know who he's talking to. All right, bring it up. There it is. Go ahead and read it.
Why does he have this dumbass look on his face? Of course they're going to overcome the Chiefs, dummy.
So he's talking to me.
He's probably talking to you, but hey, George, appreciate your comment, and I appreciate your optimism.
Gregory.
Gregory. Sorry. Jeez. Not drinking enough, or my glasses are out of focus. Hey, you know what?
I'm going to address this after you're done.
This is the time for us to take down the Chiefs franchise and Chiefs dominance. Go for it, Bill.
Okay. Greg, with all due respect, I appreciate your comment. I really do. The reason why I have the look on my face is because the Broncos have not done it in 9 years. We've had veteran quarterbacks. Hello, Flacco. I know they're older and stuff, but they're veteran quarterbacks. We had a rookie quarterback last year with a great head coach who we didn't have in those first 9 years since Peyton Manning was our quarterback that worked magic. And by the way, in case you forgot, that was the first time ever that Sean Payton has ever worked with a rookie quarterback. He was fantastic in working with him along with his assistants. But until I see the Broncos coming out of the gate winning 5, 6, 7 in a row,
they will.
Then I'm going to say, okay, maybe not this year, maybe next year. That's why I'm saying that. I'm not believing it in the second year of Bo Nix. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, Greg. I really do. But I have to see it materialize down the road before I can honestly jump on. I've been scorned 9 years in a row, and it hurts. It totally hurts. This is not the Broncos that I know from 1976 when I became a Broncos fan. So I appreciate your comment, but I had to explain that's why I have that look. I'm just not on board. I just can't put both feet in the water. I'm testing the waters, but I just can't do both feet until I have a little bit more proof. But thank you so very much for putting that up, man. I really do appreciate your comment. Really do.
No, and just to finish it off, Greg, I appreciate the enthusiasm. I appreciate the optimism. And you know what? We have on paper right now, we've got the tools necessary to take the Chiefs over. The problem is we got to go prove it on the field.
That's what I was talking about. That's what I was saying.
More discussion there about Cortland Sutton.
Yeah. Hold on. Jack Kenneth says, I actually said that on the Wawa show, I can see the Broncos win the division as much as I hate to see Denver, KC, or the Chargers winning it.
Yeah. No, I think, and Jack, they have the defense with the team they had last year. They went to Kansas City and they really put a good number on them. They caught Kansas City off guard. I think they could do it again. And with an improved defense, the culture's better. The defense is better. The offense is growing and developing. There is all of the momentum is their way. It's going to be interesting to see that very first matchup. I believe I'm trying to look at my notes in week 11.
Time out.
Oh,
Greg Miller, thank you. Gregory Miller, thank you so much, man. Really. Thank you so very much. Hats off to you. Cheers. Thank you so much for your contribution. Really do appreciate it. Feel free to put in any comment. We will talk about it. We may not agree, but we're gonna disagree harmoniously. We don't throw barbs at people. We don't put you down. We don't say anything negative about whatever team you support. You could come in here as a Lions fan or a Chiefs fan or a Chargers fan, whatever. We welcome everyone. Thank you so much, Gregory. I'm keeping that one up there, buddy.
Yeah, and here's if you can go to that next comment, which Gregory said, Portland dummy. Well,
let me put that up there.
Yeah, Gregory. I will say this, Cortland. I think he is learning Sean Payton's system. I think he is going to flourish in Sean Payton's system, and especially yes, he is the number one on paper, but I think he has the attitude and approach that he still wants the ball, but that he knows to be successful, he has to have a core supporting him and developing with him so that everybody can be successful together. So I'm going to respectfully disagree that he's not a dummy, but I think he's going to be an important integral part of the success of this team.
Well, the thing I love about Cortland Sutton is this. The guy's a 50-50 baller. I mean,
Yeah.
he will go up and get the most ridiculous. Did you see some of those games in
Oh
last
my
year, the year where his feet were barely in bounds? I mean, like right there where I'm looking at the screen, barely in bounds. Let me get it even. Well, you know I'm going. Barely in
Yeah.
bounds, and comes down with the ball. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Now, that's why a lot of people say, Bill, they tell me, Bill, he's not a true number one. On the Broncos, he is because of that reason.
Right.
But if you compare him to a Jamar Chase or a Justin Jefferson or you know, whomever, you're not getting, you know, it's apples and oranges. It's not the same level. And I understand that, but we're not talking about other two. We're talking about the Broncos. And to me, he may not be a true number one, but he's the number one on Denver right now. So
yeah, and
you know?
do you want to know something? And as I mentioned, you don't want to have someone who stands so far above everybody else where they're not Cortland Sutton is on a 4-year contract right now. He's going to get paid very well, but he's not being overpaid to the point where the Broncos can't bring in more revenue or bring in more quality receivers. I think Cortland Sutton's legacy is going to be these next 2 years to see if he can develop. Well, David, thank you so much for your contribution.
Go ahead and read it.
My prediction is 11-6 or 12-5 under Bo's rookie contract. It will be better next season with full cap. Ooh, I like it. I'm going on a limb. I'm calling 14-3, but realistically, some of those question mark games that I had put as wins. Hey, I see. How about this, David? 5. You're saying 12-5. Who are our 5 losses? Because I think it's going to be Philadelphia, KC on Christmas Day, and what was my other one? Oh, at the Chargers. All the other ones, I think we win.
Philadelphia?
We lose.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Eagles. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, 3 losses.
Because the other ones you said KC, so I was thinking the city.
Hey, I'd love to have a great Christmas present by having us go to KC and annihilate them. But you know, everything's going to be set up so that KC wins and Taylor Swift looks so good.
Are they still together? I hear on again, off again. I got a house here. She got a whatever.
You know what? My daughter will tell me. She's a hardcore Swiftie. So.
Yeah. One last shout out on Memorial Day. I do want to put this up there because it's Memorial Day weekend. Anybody who posts anything related to our fallen heroes, I will bring up. So here you go. Rudy says, to all my brothers who have served, with a lot of love and respect to all who have served, God bless America. Some gave, some others gave their all. Amen.
Amen.
Absolutely.
And my 93-year-old Uncle John, who's still with us, he served in World War II. So Uncle John, bless you for everything you did. Thank you so much.
My dad did too. My dad served in World War II and listen to this, liberated the concentration camps in Germany. He would not tell me which one.
Wow.
Some of the things he said, which he didn't say a lot about it, reminded me, maybe it was Auschwitz. Maybe it was.
Oh.
Maybe it was. I don't know. He never would reveal. I asked him. I must have asked him a dozen times. And every time I asked him, he said, don't ask me again.
You know what? War, in the end, no one really wins. I mean, yes, civil liberties and freedom is one, but the heartbreak and everything else is lost.
Yep. David Yarkin follows that up by saying Peyton's system is on the hardest in the league. Do you think so?
Yeah, I think it's that. I mean, who was the quarterback for the Saints who came from your Chargers? who always said it was such
My Hold on, man. I almost choked up on that one. What? Who was what?
who came from your Chargers.
A player?
Yeah, who was the Saints quarterback? Oh my God,
the Saints quarterback.
Yeah, when Peyton was coach down in New Orleans.
Who's Sean Payton? Oh, Drew Brees?
Drew Brees. Yeah, he was a Charger before he became a Saint.
Yeah, what? That's why I couldn't remember because I'm not a Charger fan.
Oh, that's right. You're an LA Charger secret fan, not San Diego Charger.
All right, guys, I'm out of here.
Hey, it's the solo show with Spencer. How we doing, everybody? Let's go to more comments. Of course, I can't.
Yeah, you knew I wouldn't leave too long, huh?
Yeah, because you have the power to show the comments. I don't. So.
oh, sorry about that.
One day. But Peyton's system, you want to know something? The more complex it is, the more confusing it is for opposing teams. You need a smart guy to be able to get things done. So, David, here are your 5 losses. Texans.
No, 3 losses. No, 5 losses.
Yeah. Texans, I think we can steal that one. Eagles, agree. KC on Christmas, yeah. Maybe Bengals. If it was in Cincinnati, I'd agree with you, but it's in Denver. So I think we get the Bengals. Commanders, maybe. I'm saying even though we have to go to Washington, we win that game because we're coming off a bye week to go to Washington.
Which pisses me off because it's not after the London game.
Well, why?
I mentioned that last week. You guys want to hear me? If you want to hear me rant, rave about all that, go watch last week's show.
Hey, Bill, they're coming back from the London game to play the Giants.
Doesn't matter. They're going to have motherfucking jet lag.
Oh, no, they're not. You know what? They're going to be so invigorated to take Russell Wilson and split him in half. The defense
does Russell Wilson have to, and the Jets have to do. Russell Wilson's on the Jets?
No, he's on the Giants.
I'm not talking about it. Okay. I'm talking about the Jets.
Oh,
win, lose, or draw in London. That's a freaking 14-hour flight back. Or more or longer.
What, are you taking a boat?
Was it 8 hours? I don't know the length. I've never been to freaking London. How far is it?
It's probably a 9-hour flight.
That's still too long, man. That's a whole day's work.
Yeah, a whole day's work of sitting, relaxing, playing video games on your phone while the plane's
they're not. They're partying and dancing and singing and.
Yeah, you need 9 hours of calm relaxation and tranquility to come back from drinking all those English pub beers and celebrating.
No, I'm talking on the flight back. They're probably singing and dancing.
You know what? Hey, I'm telling you right now, they're going to be so energized to get back home and face the
That's a trap game, dude. That is a freaking trap game, and
it's not going to be a trap game. Sean Payton's going to have
guys. Hey, people in the chat. Speaking of chat, David Yonkin.
David, thank you,
dude. Wow.
Thank you so much.
David, thank you so much. Seriously, guys. Seriously, everybody in the chat, appreciate it. Your generosity. I'm speechless. Breeze, and name one more coach that is harder.
Breeze, and name one more coach that is harder.
He's probably talking about Drew Brees with Sean Payton. So name another coach that's harder with a quarterback. Oh, I would have to say Belichick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Belichick and Brady, no doubt.
I mean,
hey, could it be Herbert and Harbaugh?
See, you're showing your secret support of the Chargers here by bringing that up.
I knew I shouldn't have said that. Moving on. We will keep that up there because David Yonkin, thank you so much, man.
Thank you, David. Appreciate it.
Let's go on to the next topic. Can Peyton Manning ever do anything but win? He won in Indy, Super Bowl. He won in Denver, a Super Bowl. He's winning in everything he does. He's got a wine. Am I wrong? He has a wine cellar or wine.
He's got a winery that he's involved with.
Okay. So he keeps winning, right?
Oh, and then some.
Do you think it stops? Oh no, not with Peyton Golden Spoon Manning. Listen to this. Peyton Manning seems to win at every turn in his life. Last Tuesday, Manning was named the winner of the Sports Emmy Award for Outstanding Personality / Event Analyst. This is Manning's. Listen to this. Talk about winning. This guy ought to play the lotto. This is Manning's second win in 3 years and ESPN's sixth win in the same category. Holy smokes. This guy's funny. If any of you ever out there have ever watched the Manning cast, on the Manning cast on ESPN when they're showing he is hilarious. He and Eli's so quiet and sits there and just takes freaking darts that Manning throws at him. It's hilarious. Guys, Peyton Manning is funny. Have you ever seen any of his commercials? He's freaking hilarious. Spence, what do you think about that award? Is this guy great or what?
No, what I think the Mannings and Peyton does is he is the head of the couch where we're all sitting there on with him. He brings insight. He brings us involved in the conversation. He talks to us like we're football fans. We're appreciative of the effort. We're not, and he starts micromanaging. What's the stock price of Omaha State?
Hang on. I have to say who this is. Christy Pacheco. Dude, thank you so much for being in the chat. This is my coworker at the golf course. I worked with him today. Great guy. Love his energy and enthusiasm and his friendship and everything. Christy, thank you so much, my friend. Great, man. Yeah, what's the stock price? You know what? I would bet with Peyton Manning, if he has any stock in that, he's going to make a miss. You know, Omaha, that was classic. Christy, thanks again, man. Thank you so much for being in the chat. Really do appreciate it, man.
No, but I would say this, guys. I highly respect.
Okay, Rudy. Sorry, guys. Rudy, have to go take care. All right, Rudy. God bless you too, man. Appreciate you being in the chat. All right, go ahead, Spence. Sorry to cut you off.
I highly respect Jack Buck and is it Jack Buck? Yeah, Jack Buck and Troy Aikman's broadcast on ESPN. But I always watch the Mannings only because they get more into the weeds and they're more entertaining. And while we sit there and we take
David,
hang on. Name
one
more coach.
Oh, is that the we already did that one. No, that's another one.
That's another one. Wow. Thank you, David. Appreciate that so much.
Man, I know he brought that up twice, but you know what? You can go ahead and talk about whatever you were talking about before. I'm keeping that up there.
I would say this.
Thanks, David, by the way. Appreciate it.
Who has such a complex system. God, I'm trying to remember his name. The Green Bay Packers coach. Oh, wow. He came from San Francisco. I think Aaron Rodgers even commented, I think, about 2 years ago how complex.
You're not Holmgren?
No, not Holmgren. Holmgren's got a complex system, but
what is it?
Matt LaFleur.
Oh, okay, yeah, right.
Yeah, Matt LaFleur has got a really complex system that he's generated up there in Green Bay. And Holmgren's got a great system, but I think Matt LaFleur, you just see how animated he is every single play, trying to create perfection and everything like that. So if I had to name one coach, that would be who I'd go with.
Oh, no, I get it. That's great. I have to bring in a topic you're not going to like. It's going to hit home.
Bring it, because
I know you're going to have. I know you're going to have comments, a comment or more. Here it is. Last season, the Chicago White Sox were the worst team in the majors. This year, sorry to say, it's Spencer's Colorado Rockies who could break the worst record by 15 more losses than Chicago. In the first 50 games, the Rockies are 8-42. Add the math, guys. It's not hard. 8 and 2 is a 0 out of 1. 50. I'm not saying you guys are dumb. I'm just saying 8 and 42 is a bad number, which is the worst 50-game start in Major League Baseball history. The previous mark was 10 and 40 by the 2023 Oakland A's, and the A's stink too. What do you mean no?
Nope, 9 and 41 by the 1920.
Yeah, but we're talking more modern. We're talking a modern
Washington era. Senators.
Modern era.
Oh,
because the Senators aren't around. Anyways, the Rockies are a minus 151 run differential and are on pace for a minus 515 run differential. Which would be the worst in Major League Baseball history ever. Was it still, and this question to you, was it still Bud Black's fault, or should the general manager and ownership, not ownership, but general manager be gone as well?
No, so I spoke about this last week, and I predicted that they would beat the Washington Senators 9 and 41 record. So just to let you know, the next one, which coaches
we'll get to that. Go ahead.
Now. Okay.
But go ahead.
So the next record I'm looking forward to the Rockies beating is the worst 100 games in Major League Baseball history, and that belongs to the 1894 Cleveland Spiders. I think you were.
What do you mean the worst? What do you mean the worst?
Worst record after 100 games was held by the Cleveland Spiders of 1894 when you were a teenager. And that was
no. I was preteen in 1894.
Preteen, okay. 17 and 83. This organization is doomed, and it all goes back to Nolan Arenado.
Thanks, David. Really do appreciate everything you did. Thank you for your super chats, and have a fantastic Memorial Day weekend. We'll talk to you next week, buddy.
Yeah, this all goes back to the 2019 contract that they signed with Nolan Arenado, where they signed him for 8 years, $260 million. The general manager at the time, who was Jeff Burditch, and the Monfort brothers, looked Nolan in the face and promised to build a winner. They did the exact opposite of after that. Nolan got traded. I mean, I feel so horrible right now for Charlie Blackmon, who's just playing his career and stuck in a team that everybody ran away from. When Jeff Burditch was there, Jeff Burditch made some really aggressive trades, got and brought players in, built the minor league system, did a great job. And as soon as he made that contract with Nolan Arenado, he knew that his time was done, and he knew that the Monfort brothers were lying to him. So that's why he took off in 2021. And since then, Schmidt, who's now the general manager, has just done a horrible job. I said this last week, and I still believe this. Walton family, go buy the Colorado Rockies. They're valued at about $1.475 billion. That's a drop in the well for you. Kroenke's got the Nuggets and the Quebec Nordiques. I mean Avalanche. You got the Broncos. Take the Rockies 2-2. Build the Rockies back. It is an amazing stadium. It is a great environment. It is a great baseball town, but not when the Monfort brothers are using it as a tax write-off and are just abusing the system. I hope and I pray that they are not doing this so that they can move to a bigger city or to another city, get billions of dollars of funding and all this that they put straight in their pockets. Baseball deserves to be in Colorado with better ownership and better leadership.
Yep, bring on the Walton Penner ownership group. That'd be, you would have Stan Kroenke owning the Stan Kroenke owning the Nuggets and the Avalanche, and you would have Walton Pennership group owning the Broncos and the Rockies. It couldn't get any better for Colorado. What do you mean?
Didn't I just say that?
I know, but that's what I'm saying. It couldn't get any better than that, wouldn't it?
No,
it wouldn't get any better.
Wouldn't you love to have two power families? I mean, this is the Hatfields and McCoys going after each other.
I won more championships than you. Yeah, but I'm younger. I got a better chance. It'd be all good, man.
I mean, the Monfort brothers have been involved with the Rockies since their inception, became majority owners in 2004, 2005. Yes, they had that great World Series run where unfortunately they had to sit around for 8 days not playing baseball. Yes, Jeff Burditch was the one responsible for building them up, not the Monfort brothers. But right now, this is all ownership trying to use the team as a tax write-off or that, and not even building the games. I mean, they announce the attendance and then they do a pound shop of this. It's sad. It just sell the team, guys. Take your money, get out of my state of Colorado, leave, adios, hasta luego, Placido Domingo, get out of here. Don't want to see you anymore.
Wow. Spence got a little bit fired up. I like it. Well, you know what? You get fired up with your team, and his team is the Colorado Rockies. I respect that. I love the Rockies too. My favorite team's the Cubs. So when the Cubs suck like they're doing tonight, 6-2 to the stupid Cincinnati Reds.
You know what?
Excuse me, guys. That's over there. That's over there.
Colorado was thirsting for a Major League Baseball team. They wanted it, and they were near the top.
They got it. Yeah.
They got it, and they were near the top of attendance. They love their baseball. I will tell you this. They love going to the sports bars next to the stadium and partying before and after the game. How about all those business owners around the stadium who are losing tons of money right now because the team sucks?
Yep. Big E Bronco in the chat. How's everybody doing tonight? Mine's kind of sucking. Oh, Big E, what's going on, man?
You all right?
Kind of sucking. Yeah, I hope you're okay, buddy. Yeah, don't like to see any of our regulars or anybody for that matter, take a downward trend, no matter what it is, serious, non-serious, or still, don't like to see it. Okay, last 2 topics for tonight. I know you guys are excited. You know what? We're under an hour. Is that insane? We're under an hour. Biggie says, went to a restaurant that claimed to be a home-style restaurant that served fake mashed potatoes, and then I had to pay $60 for 3 meals. Well,
yeah.
Well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Are we going to name the home-style restaurant? Are we going to name it?
They reeled in. They reeled in.
Are we going to name it? Was it Applebee's?
No.
No, I hope not. Was it Hometown Buffet? Was it Coco's?
I want my baby back, baby back. Baby back.
I don't know. I'm just throwing things out there. I don't even go to those. My wife's cooking, just like yours, Spence, is amazing. When you have, and I'm telling you guys out there, okay, Spence can back me up 100%. I guarantee he will back me up. You marry a Mexican woman or a Hispanic woman? Oh, baby. Do you have the best of both worlds? You get Mexican food, you get American food. They love both of it. It's phenomenal.
And they want to teach you to do it. My wife taught me how to do the perfect fish tacos. It's now my son goes, Dad, can we have fish tacos? Mom's not here. I'm like, yep, I can do it. Boom, fish tacos. And I can eat them every single night. You got to stay in great shape.
You know, if Madungus were here, he would say something off color to everything you just said.
He would say, Spencer, that's a fishy response.
No, well,
yeah,
in a very polite
I was being polite.
Yes.
No. Oh, you cursed it. You cursed it. Ladies and gentlemen, the show has made a left turn.
We were talking, Madungus, we were talking about, Spence was talking about fish tacos. And I made the comment, if Madungus was here, he would have something differently twisted to what Spence said. And all of a sudden you showed up. Oh my gosh, we're in for it now. We are.
If you guys ever work in Teams and you can see the guy who's typing, Madungus has his icon right now that is typing, and he's thinking of a creative response.
Whole thing is, so you know what that tells me? He may not watch the show, but he's definitely listening, man.
Hang on. Here's a contradiction. There we go.
Gotta love fish tacos with sausages. That's not the exact comment I thought.
No, I was thinking something would go along the tuna lines, or
yeah. Or I could do it. No, I could do it.
No,
we're not going down that road.
How about this? You and I will be respectful.
Get the heck out of here.
You and I will be respectful. We'll let Madungus say it.
Oh my! Well, I don't know if I want to bring it up. I'll bring it up because he has control. He can pop in here anytime he wants and bring it up, so it doesn't matter. Oh my gosh! All right, man, it's been a fun show, guys. It's been such a fun show. We've gone many different directions.
Okay,
Dude, we've had super chats that are so cool. That is so cool, guys. So good, Rudy and Yonkin. Thank you guys so much again. What happened now?
I'm letting you read that comment. I'm not saying.
Madungus pulls up and says, "Gotta stuff that Gotta stuff that fish tacos with sausages as many times as possible." Not even good.
You knew it was coming. It was coming. It was coming. The right turn you just experienced in this show is brought to you by Madungus.
Please don't cancel your subscription. This doesn't happen all the time. Oh my gosh, dude. Madungus. I'm telling you, Spence. By the way, let me now that Madungus is in the chat, let me preface next Friday because you guys don't want to miss it. Next Friday, May 30th, we on Broncos Buzz, KONA, Spence, and myself are going to host Madungus Creevy and Mario Vitanzi of Colorado, a human body healer. That's his job. That's what he does. He works on Bronco athletes. He doesn't always name them, but he has great stories. Guys, you need to tune in. If Madungus is on the show, holy crap, we're in for trouble. So show up next Friday. Oh, by the way, it's not going to be at 5 o'clock. It will be at 7 o'clock Pacific time, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Reason why? Mario Vitanzi is a father of 2 boys, and he puts them to bed at 8 o'clock his time in Colorado. We are Pacific, an hour behind, 7 o'clock. So mark your phones, put it on your calendar, put your notification, whatever. It will not be 5 o'clock. It will be 7 o'clock next Friday. Myself, my co-host, KONA Spence, Madungus Creevy, who you got it. saw
no,
on the chat, and our main host Mario Vitanzi. So don't miss that show next week, man.
Oh, it gets even worse. I'm gonna let you read the next one.
Do I dare?
Yeah.
Madungus. Make sure you put.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay. Make sure you put the casing on the sausage, though, or you'll have an oopsie in about 9 months. Oops.
This show started out so good. The show started out so freaking good. But since Madungus jumped in the chat, we have jumped 9 people in the chat.
Go to his next comment. Madungus, you're
trying to watch Beauty
here,
and the Beast with my kids, and you're talking about fish tacos. Well, I mean, it's legit. People eat fish. Oh, no, never mind.
Oh, no, we're talking fish tacos. He's talking sausage. I mean.
Yeah, but did you hear what I just said?
Yes.
I said we weren't talking about. We're talking about fish tacos. I said, oh shoot, I better not say that.
No, boy, you can't. You know what? Next topic.
Wow, that's right, Big E. It is 9 there. So Big E, I think. So we're at the 6 o'clock hour. So he's 9 ahead. So
no,
so
right now he's at 8 p.m. He's 2 hours ahead of us. So it's
okay. So right now he's at 8. So when we do the show next Friday, he's going to be at 9 p.m. Wow,
perfect. He'll have his buzz going on good.
Oh, Madungus.
No.
Don't bring it up. All right, let's move on to the last two topics. The last 2 topics that I mentioned about 30 minutes ago before Madungus jumped in. He's watching Beauty and the Beast with his kids. Okay, spinning a whole different direction. That went. See what happens when the owner of the network comes in? He just runs it any way he wants.
Things get fishy and smelly.
Okay. Would that be Roger Goodell? Because that's the next topic.
Yes.
Fishy and smelly. That would be Roger Goodell? Okay.
Amen.
This season, the NFL has scheduled 7 games outside the United States. Soon, the league wants to. Oh, this is ridiculous, dude.
Yeah.
I'm going off on this. Soon, the league wants to play 8, 9, 10. No. 16 games out of this country. That's one a week, guys. That's one a freaking week. Goodell said, and I quote, I do see 16 regular season games, and I do think that will happen in the very near future. Within 5 years, probably. What? 5 years? By 2030? Seriously? Hang on. He continues, and I'm still quoting. International is an open market for the United States. We are excited about our potential. End quote. 16 freaking games? Let me ask you this, Spence, or anybody out there. Would you want the Denver Broncos playing 1 or 2 international games outside of the country? This is the United States of America. This is American football. We don't have soccer teams playing all of their games or half of their season in the United States. We don't do that. We don't have England coming over here or France or wherever they play, Mexico. We don't have that coming over here half of their season or all of their season, 16 games, Denver or NFL 16 games. My point is this. Do you want to see the Broncos in 1 or 2 international games where they lose a home game and a road game? I mean, realistically, do you want that travel? I don't want to see that. What I see is Roger Goodell trying to saturate American football into other countries, which I welcome that, but not oversaturation. Don't do it. The soccer is worldwide, guys. I'm aware of that. They are world freaking wide, and they are ecstatic everywhere they play. But they don't play a full season outside the country with however many games they play. They don't do it because it's not their point to saturate. They don't need to. Is Roger Goodell, Spence, I'm going to throw this question at you. Is Roger Goodell oversaturating the NFL to the world instead of building up what we already have?
You know, there's 2 points to this. One, you want to expand the game. You want to expand the awareness of the game. Going over to Europe, okay, I see that, because if you're going from the East Coast over to Europe, understandable. I see going to Canada, but Canada already has the CFL. It doesn't make sense going up there. I see going down to Mexico. That's not that far. Now, if you're going to have 16 games, you're going to have them in potentially 16 different locations. You had a game in Brazil. That's long travel. Are you going to have a game over in Japan?
They're already talking about that. That's one thing I didn't bring in. I'm glad you brought that up. I didn't bring that in. They're talking about having one in Australia next year.
Yes.
That's 17-hour flight.
Exactly. And think if it's East Coast teams, which way are they going to fly? Are they going to fly west to get to Australia, or are they going to fly east? It is extraneous travel time. Now, of course, I know what they're going to do. They're going to say, well, you're going to travel there and then you have your bye week. I see what Goodell wants to do. He wants to brand this on a worldwide platform like soccer is. Oh, I'm sorry, football. But this is American football. Now, yes, is it getting a lot of more awareness, a lot more attention? Yes, I see you wanting to try to expand it. But I think when you oversaturate your expansion, you put pressure on the players to perform. And say, for example, I'm just throwing this out there. You want to have the Atlanta Falcons facing the Miami Dolphins in Japan? That travel time is going to be ridiculous.
Why not? We don't like either one.
Recuperate is going to be ridiculous.
Yes, but we don't like either one. It's okay.
we don't like that. Okay, then how about this? Denver Broncos versus the Carolina Panthers in Australia.
I don't want the Denver Broncos playing any international games. I don't like it. I don't like the travel. I don't like it going this year in London because we don't have a freaking bye week right after. And I know you mentioned the Giants and all that. I get it. But my point being is there's the NFL saying, well, we can't accommodate everybody to have a bye week. Why not? You can schedule it. Every team has a freaking bye week. In the season, schedule the 2 teams that have a bye week the same week to play in London. What's wrong with that? What is hard with the scheduling? I don't get it. I don't understand. It bothers me.
I could say this. When international games probably make its best sense is that last preseason game. Because after that preseason game, you have a full 10 to 14 days off to get your team all organized. Mm-hmm. So you could do that there. When you take a actual regular season game and you are expanding and you're having more teams do it, more awareness, I could understand like 2 East Coast teams going.
Holy crap! The Cubs just hit a grand slam after trailing 3-0. Pete Crow Armstrong of the Cubs center fielder just hit a grand slam in the top of the 7th inning. The Cubs now are leading the Cincinnati Reds 8-6. Oh my gosh.
We've interrupted this program of Broncos Buzz to bring you the Chicago Cubs broadcast live from Southern California with your host, Bronco Bill.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah, Medungus.
The Cubs.
Oh, will you put Medungus's comment up there at the bottom?
What do you mean nobody cares about the Cubs? I do. Where's my Cubs at? Oh, you know what? Screw you guys.
Bill,
The heck with that.
I would sympathize with you if it was September or October, but we're talking May.
Doesn't
We're
matter.
talking
The
50
Cubs have
games.
never, dude. The Cubs have never been in first place from the beginning of the season all the way through. Never. They've never started out the season in first place. They're in first place. They're challenging it.
You know what? You just cursed it.
But Duncan's just cursing. No, it's got to be good. It was good.
This
Let's see
show
what
has just changed.
Let's see what foul pole is. It is. Did it go over the pole? Oh my gosh! It might be foul. It might be foul. I don't think it went over the pole.
So is the direction this show is going.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, okay, we're back to just take that one off because that jinxed it. Doggone it.
No, I think we're done with that topic. I think you know what? I respect Goodell trying to make this a global brand, but when you hurt the players' efficiency more than trying to expand your global brand, it's going to hurt you badly. It's going to hurt you in the end, and it's not going to be a competitively fair situation for all teams.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I don't like the 16 games. I don't. I mean, they're talking about Germany, London, Greece, France, Japan, Australia, Canada, and I forget it might be multiple ones, but I don't like that, Okay, Madungus has a question.
Yeah.
Go ahead and answer.
Let me throw a question out to you too. Should the NFL build its own stadium to host Super Bowls instead of changing cities every year? I disagree, because what you're doing is you're getting multiple cities involved. Do you want to get, say for example, the Super Bowl is in Denver every single year. Do you want to go to Denver every single year for the Super Bowl? Me, yes, personally, I would like to, but you got to think of this from an NFL global. How'd you like to rotate between New Orleans, between Miami, between Atlanta?
That's the way it used, but that's the way it used to be. It used to always be New Orleans or LA in the Rose Bowl, if I'm not mistaken. It was always in LA, New Orleans, Miami,
San Diego.
Yeah, that's another one. Those are the ones around. If you're talking the southern part, and then because domes came in effect, then you had Minneapolis. Well, I don't know why they ever did it in New York. That was horrible in the Super Bowl 48. Come on, man.
That's why. Here's the thing, Madungus. If you're going to build a stadium just to host one game, that's it, one game, how much of a financial investment are you going to lose? Now, most, if not all, the cities that host Super Bowls lose money. Not exactly, because they make up for it on the back end with the hotels, with all the businesses, which means more tax money coming into the local region. Yes, they say, oh, we lost money. That's because they have write-offs that it's going to help make up for those upfront losses. So, but getting back, if NFL builds its place, where is that going to be? You're going to have one city. I mean, do you do it in Los Angeles? So
there you go. Madonna says they would also host concerts, events, so the NFL would make money on the stadium. Well, that's what SoFi does. That's what Dallas Stadium does with Jerry Jones.
You cannot, and to build a single stadium in a single city and every year, it gets boring, and after a few years, you're like, can we go somewhere else?
Yeah, why would
I think having different environments is good for the NFL, and it brings the highest level of competition for this sport and for this league to different cities and to different environments. They go to Minnesota, Dome Stadium. They go to Detroit, Dome Stadium. They go to New York, waste of money because it's outdoors. They'll come to Denver once Denver builds their new stadium next to two bowling alleys and golf courses and all the businesses. So
okay, Spence, I'm letting everybody know out there in case you missed the beginning of the show. Spence at age 20 was on the show called Concentration, hosted by who?
Classic Concentration, hosted by Alex Trebek.
Alex Trebek. Okay, Spence, how can they find you? YouTube what? Type in YouTube.
I think I posted it in the thread there, but here I'll type it in.
Can you type it in? Because I was going to do it. Go ahead. Clayton Haran says, hey. I said, hey, what's up, Clayton? Thank you so much for jumping in the chat. Really do appreciate it. He says, smash that like button and share, guys. Absolutely. By the way, Clayton, and to everybody out there watching and listening, happy Memorial Day. And I say happy from the standpoint that it's the sacrifice of our military personnel. And this goes out to Madungas too, who served in the military, in the Army. Hats goes off to him for all of those who have served and who have sacrificed their lives and their way of life, whether they be passed away or still living, they sacrifice. We thank each and every one of you for your service and for our freedom in the United States of America. Thank you so much. All right. There you go. Clayton around says happy Memorial Day and weekend.
Go back one. Clayton, I'm going on. I'm on
12 to 15 wins.
I'm predicting 14-3 with our 3 losses being at the Chargers, at Philly, and at KC. I think we can win everything else.
Well, you guys will want to tune in next week because you're going to hear what I have. And it ain't going to be no 15-2. I guarantee you that.
So Clayton, who do you think our potential losses would be?
Great. Hang on real quick. Clayton says, man, long week. Great time to top it off. Absolutely, Clayton. Thank you so much, my friend. What's up? Nothing's up, man. What's up with you? Madunga says 13-4. Wow. What do you mean? Oh, I thought he said, what's up? He said, Bill, shut up. Sorry, I took it the other way. I thought it was a positive.
It's still a positive.
You know, I just can't go past. I can't go past 10-7 at this point in time.
Really,
I just can't. I can't.
Okay, if you can't go past 10-7, tell me who our losses are to. I want to hear.
I have to look at it.
Okay,
but I'm just saying. We're 10-7 last year. We had an easier schedule than we did this year because we made the freaking playoffs. It's gonna be harder this year. Madunga says Eagles, Chiefs, Texans, Chargers at the end because we sit our starters. Clayton Haran said Chargers, Phillies, and not sure yet.
So interesting, Clayton. You think we go to Kansas City on Christmas night and beat the Chiefs?
No, I mean, not sure yet.
I mean, that's no, Chargers and Philly. I think those 2 road games, we just for some reason can't win at SoFi Stadium. Going to Philly, I think, is going to be a big challenge. One game against Chiefs, I think. Better we have a better team, Bill. Oh well. Oh, Clayton, you think we win Christmas night? Hey, I would love to see that, but it's a setup. I mean, you put all the variables together. It's a setup for Kansas City to win that night. I will tell you this: we'll win the game, but the rest will make sure that the Kansas City comes out with the win.
Okay. Do we go to the very last topic? 1 hour and 19 minutes into the show. You guys have been fantastic as always. Really do appreciate all the different directions we've gone, and really do appreciate David Yonkin and Rudy Torres for your super chats. Really do appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Oh, hang on. Dad just texted. How do I do the super chat to you guys? Dad, you never have to super chat us.
Never have to super chat.
You did a great job raising me, so
did a great. You know what? You know what his super chat was? Putting us on live TV in Montrose, Colorado. That was your super chat, my friend. That was your super chat. Thank you again so much. If you guys missed that show, go back a couple of weeks. We were live halfway through the show. We were live in Montrose, Colorado. Not Denver. Doesn't matter. We were in Montrose, Colorado. We were freaking live.
And hopefully hopefully my dad will help us be live there again.
Yep, absolutely. And I know you're going to have something to say down the road, not right now, but possibly. Stay tuned, each and every one of you. We may have some really good things to bring to you. Really good things, really good areas. Put it that way. Okay? All right. Last topic for this Friday night, Memorial Day weekend. Please, each and every one, stay safe, stay sober, and if you're not, don't drive. Okay? Don't do it. We want to see each and every one of you back here next Friday when we go live, not at 5, but at 7 to accommodate Mario Vitanzi, our special guest, along with Douglas Creevy. All right, here we go. Yeah, I know. Madungus, oh my gosh, that's gonna be something. Last topic: rules that the NFL voted on this past week. The so-called tush push has survived for another season by a vote of 22 in favor, 10 opposed in the last meeting. The Lions' proposed playoff seeding failed, however, due to not enough support. I don't like that one at all. I don't like the first two, to tell you the truth. I really don't. Also, during the season, the overtime, both teams will possess the ball like they do in the playoffs. However, it will only be a 15-minute quarter, not continuous. Only 15-minute quarter, not continuous.
So overtime's now going to be 15 minutes instead of 10?
Yes, because each team possesses the ball. So if it's 10 minutes, you can run it all the way down and not have enough time. So it's going to be 15. Now, they may alter it. They're still talking about maybe altering it back to 12 minutes like basketball has for a quarter. So they're still jockeying back and forth. They may keep it at 10, which I don't like. It's proposed now at 15, but it could drop down to 12. Okay, continue. The NFL also approved onside kicks will now be in any quarter instead of just the fourth quarter. They didn't say whether or not they have to acknowledge. I would assume they still do have to acknowledge because that wasn't specified. But now they can do it in any quarter, which I like. I mean, if you're at the end of the second or close, I don't know. I mean, look what Sean Payton did against the Colts with the Saints in the Super Bowl. He came out with an onside kick and they got it.
Yeah, but you can't do that with the way the kickoff system is. I understand why they do the kickoff system the way it is. It's for safety measures, but you can't do a surprise kickoff or onside kick anymore. You have to announce it and say, just wanted to throw this out for clarification. Memorial Day is only for service members that have died in war. Veterans Day is for veterans. Remember, on Memorial Day, thank the Veteran Day. Thank Veterans Day.
No, okay. I understand that, Madungus, but I always have a heart out for servicemen because my dad was a World War II vet. He was not killed in action. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here, obviously. Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying. But I want to thank everyone who serves because you guys sacrificed your life at that time. You did not know if you're going to come back. You sacrificed your freedoms. You sacrifice your families. So therefore, I want to honor on Memorial Day everybody who has served because of the potential sacrifice you guys put yourself in. That's my point. Okay, that's my point. I understand what Memorial Day is, and I respect that and honor it. But I also respect and honor those who have served because they put themselves in harm's way. A lot of them have disabilities, and I understand that. Like yourself, Mundungus and Rudy, I get that. And that's because of what you did. And that's why my heart goes out to each and every one of you, because we are able to do this show tonight because of each and every one of you who have sacrificed your freedom and your lives. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Memorial Day, I think we focus on those who have made the ultimate sacrifice, but in a global aspect, we focused on everybody who's involved in the armed services. Veterans Day, we focused it's more focused on those who are active or participant or are still with us, but it's still global aspect. Anybody who has ever served in any way, shape, form, yay or nay.
Yep. Yes, they do have their own special holiday, and I appreciate that, and I respect that, and I do put my flags out on my lawn each and every Memorial, 4th of July, Independence Day is 4th of July. Bill,
Flag Day.
Flag Day. Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, we put a Flag Day starting up Monday, and it goes until 4th of July. We keep it out there.
That's great. That's great. Continuing on with the new rules, the NFL has expanded the use of the replay assistant. Listen to this: for hits to defensive players, face mask, horse collar tackles, tripping into or roughing the kicker. All of this comes courtesy of Pro Football Talk, and they got it from the NFL directly.
Yeah, so with the tush push, I mean, it's a rugby play, but it's still not violating the central rules of the NFL. Yes, Philadelphia led the success rate at 85%. Buffalo was second with 82. The league average was 71% success with this play. I mean, this is mano a mano. This is what you want to see in the NFL. So it's hard to disagree with it. What I do disagree with is the running backs coming up from behind and shoving the quarterback. That's not part of the tush push.
All right, let me ask it. Let me flip this over. On a field goal attempt or an extra point attempt, the rule states a defender in the back behind the line cannot run up and push the guy upward to block the field goal.
Right.
Correct?
Correct.
But it's okay on the tush push to come up from behind and push the guy forward. It's the same freaking thing. Same thing. Why. How is the two different? They're not.
They're not. But that's why I'm against a running back coming up and shoving the guy.
Right. Exactly.
No. I'm against that. Now, if they wanted to make this right, you do the tush push, but you would call a personal foul penalty on a player who comes and actually makes contact to push forward or to help leverage the ball handler get a better position.
Okay. Then now, how is that different from a running back who goes up the middle and he's gathered around by three guys trying to tackle him, and you have the whole offensive line push him forward for another 4 or 5 yards?
No,
that's
the offensive line is not pushing him. What they're doing is they're blocking the guys who are engaging him.
But you have guys behind that do push.
I know, but I'm trying to come up with an alternate point.
I know, but it's really a fine line. If you think about it, it's really a fine line. You know, Mundungus says, if you don't like it, stop it. Otherwise, quit over regulating it. Mundungus, do you realize one of the teams who voted against, who voted against the tush push to have it abolished was the Denver Broncos. Why? Because they don't do it.
Yep.
And I know Mundungus probably going to say, well, we don't have the strength of our running back because we got some pansy guys, but whatever. That's not the point. The point is it's not right. That's
Yeah.
not football. That's rugby. You nailed it, Kona. That is a rugby style play. It's not NFL football. So what is this now called? The NFL National Football League RS.
National Football Rugby League.
Style. Rugby style.
Don't,
I mean, we might as well just have a scrum instead of a hike.
Don't get Dungus started with rugby styles. He's going to have some interesting comments coming through.
I don't mean rugby that.
Oh, okay.
That's not what I meant. I mean, you know, and that's a weird football too. It's almost like a freaking, it's weird. How do you throw that freaking thing? Your hand's got to be this big around. I don't get it, man. I don't get rugby. I don't. And then you got some guy, instead of a referee going like this for a field, he's like, phoom. Like, what the fudge is that? He's like, boom. Okay, so you made it between the goals. Can't you go like this? I mean, it's just weird. Oh, man. You know, oh, gee, here we go. But Duncan says it wasn't just a tush push. They also wanted to ban any player from pushing or throwing the ball carrier forward. Denver does that all the time. Yes, they do, but they didn't ban it. That didn't even come up. So my point is, how is one okay, but one isn't? That's my point. You disagree with the Broncos owner? You think they should have voted for the tush push? It didn't matter. They won 22-10. Doesn't matter.
Here's the thing. How do you enforce it? I mean, how are the referees going to be able to enforce that play?
Enforce what?
Call a penalty, like pushing someone in the back. If they outlawed the tush push, how are they going to be able to enforce it?
I just read it, dude. I just read it. They said the NFL had expanded the use of replay assistant for hits to defensive players, face mask, horse collar, tripping, or roughing the kicker. Okay, they didn't include that, but they could. I mean, if they have the technology for that.
Yeah. Again, you know, it's a fine line to try to officiate.
I agree.
It's tough.
It's tough. It's tough. I agree. One last comment before we wrap up. For those of you, we'll say it again, Spence. For those of you who missed what Spence looks like at age 20, you got to go to YouTube. If you can put it up there, Spence, or just let everybody know. Just go ahead. Let everybody know how. I didn't see it come up. Let everybody know. Go to YouTube and what?
Type in the phrase.
Hang on.
I tried to type it in the search. It didn't work. Just type in the phrase classic concentration September 4, 1989.
Classic concentration
September 4, 1989.
September 4th, 1989. If you want to see Spence at age 20.
I still had hair then.
By the way, he won a Jeep. Enter. There you go, buddy.
There we go. Amen.
It's going to come up. There it is.
Came up on multiple platforms.
Well, he always does, yeah.
Nice.
Phrase classic country. Okay, so wrapping up the show once again, guys, we will not be live at 5 o'clock next Friday. It will be 7 o'clock p.m., 8 Mountain, 9 Central, and 10 Eastern, because we're going to have a special guest, Mario Vitanzi, body healer in Colorado, who works on Broncos players. He's going to be on. He's got great insight on the Broncos. He's got great insight on players. He's got great stories. Madungus Creevy, I know, guys, don't cringe. Madungus Creevy will also be a special guest, and we will be here. KONA and myself will also be here, all four of us, but not 5, 7 p.m. next Friday night. everyone out there, thank you so much for your comments, for your support, for your chat, being in there. Thank you again to David Yonkin, Rudy Torres for your super chats. Really do appreciate it. Before we sign off, KONA, please run down the list and don't forget the super chats. Those are super special.
Absolutely. Jack Kenna, thank you so much. We'll see you on your Wild Wild West show. David Yonkin, appreciate your insight. Appreciate you being Vic, Mr. Victory Lap. I'm sorry you lost 850 at the casino last night, but you'll probably make it up with a few of the good horse races. Darren, thank you for checking in. Do really appreciate that. Rudy, tell us how much you won at the casinos. I know that's why you were being late. You had a big jackpot. So, Greg Miller. Hey, Greg, thanks for your comments. Really appreciate them. Very insightful. Thank you very much for being a part of the show. Mundun. I can't pronounce the name. It's
man. I can say something. I'm not going to.
We're talking about fish tacos and sausages. I don't know what that was about. Christy, thank you so much for being a part of the show. Really appreciate it. David Yonkin for your super chat. Thank you so much. Big E Bronco, thank you for checking in. Really do appreciate it. And let's see. I think we got Clayton. Clayton, so great to hear. Love that you're optimistic about 15 wins. I hope we get 15 wins. We'd love to see that number one seed and have them all come through our town. And some man done cry, I can't say it. And finally, thank you so much to Bronco Bill to posting my video up there. Make all the comments you want and all the one-liners.
Got a shout out. I should have done a super chat. That would be pretty cool, huh?
Amen to that.
Guys,
thank you so much.
Guys, thanks once again. As KONA Spence said, thanks once again, guys, for everything that you do, being in the chat, watching the show, supporting the show, super chats. You guys have been over the top. Absolutely blessed. You guys are the reason why we do this show. It would not even be a show if it wasn't for you, because you are the solid backbone of this show. Spence, go ahead and take us out. We are done. Happy Memorial Day, and thank you to every service person out there, whether you've served long-term or you didn't. You are part of Memorial Day. I understand it's for those who passed away, but let me tell you, if it wasn't for the guys that are still active, still doing this, still sacrificing, we wouldn't have the freedom to do what we do. Spence, take us out.
I think you just had the perfect ending, so let's hit it. It's more.
Fast lane when I pass in the street, bag of money in the passenger seat. Tempo's been asking for me on the road from the west to the east. Way up, I might never come down, cause the coast's racking up the flame out.